What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. I am your host, Showtime, also known as Jenna. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button so you know when I drop a video. Oh my god, my saliva. It's already starting, guys. It's already starting. So you know when I drop a video. And tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to pull up, pour up any drink of your choice, and tune in as we dive into these hot topics. Okay, so you guys, I have been going through so many different topics that I wanted to talk about, what was pulling me, whatever. And I had a topic in mind that I was going to talk about, right? Boom. And then life happened. In the process of me trying to get ready for this podcast, my makeup was going wrong. I got stuff on my shirt because I had to wash my makeup off because I looked like a freaking ghost. And I put highlighter where I think the blush or bronze is supposed to be. Let's just start here real quick. Little side note. I'm not a good makeup artist. I'm not good at makeup. If you hear a dog barking in the background, it's my boyfriend's parents' dog. And yeah, so if you hear that, just try to ignore it. So my makeup wasn't going right. I didn't know what to wear. The shirt I wanted to wear, I kind of settled for it. But so in the process of washing my makeup off, like scurrying to wash up my makeup off, and I'm like rushing, so like makeup mixed with what is it called? Face wash is spilling into my eyeball, and so my eyes are burning. I'm trying to see my face so I can scrub it, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to talk about how to go with the flow. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to just jump into a conversation of just where I'm currently at today. That is just so raw and real about going with the flow. So today has been crazy. So let me see. The energy was fluctuating. Let's see. So today was crazy. Boom, right? So lately my kids have been on a whole another level of obnoxious. And don't drag me in the comments, because if you don't have kids, you don't understand what it's like to be another human being in charge of these tiny human beings who want to cry or want to ask you a million questions or don't want to listen or let's see, ask a million questions or don't want to listen, throw a tantrum, so it's just if you don't have kids, please don't. And if you do have kids, like, just keep it a buck. Sometimes being mom, being dad, or whatever you are watching this, it's tough and it's rough, and it can eat at you. I currently, if I'm being really honest, me, my boyfriend, and our two kids all live in the same room. So we're all on top of each other 24/7, which can make us very easily agitated and irritated, amongst each other. And I have I have a 1 almost 2 and a 2 almost 3, right? So from those ages right there, you can already get into it. So there's that, and then so they're constantly going, and then you have me and Levins. We didn't really get into an argument, but it wasn't it was like a weird conversation, which led into weird lingering energy between us two, and then leading up into that. My makeup was messed up and the shirt and all that, right? So what I wanted to talk to... Okay, hold on real quick. All right. Okay. And then now you have the goddamn dog that won't stop barking in the video. So that just plays a part into what I'm talking about. So going with the flow, saying fuck it and go with it. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. Is really what I wanted to dive into and discuss with you guys, because as much as we like to plan and we have schedules and we have this idea of how life or even just a simple day is gonna go, life still happens. Things happen, bad things happen, good things happen, things unexpected happen, neutral things happen. Things just happen, right? And so I was I wasn't working through being a person that when something went any kind of off course, that was it. That will set me off. I'm easily triggered, in which I'm doing meditating and yoga to working on, and even talking like on the camera is helping me work through that. So it's easy to set me off in any direction: anger, sadness, happy, whatever. It's very easy. So I'm trying to gain, I'm in the process of gaining control of my emotions. But one thing I'm learning is to accept the unexpected. Okay? When we allow ourselves, and this is what I'm learning, when we allow ourselves to accept the unexpected, there's less room for disappointment. There's less room to be agitated. There's less room for sadness. There's less room for feeling defeated. There's less room for all those negative feelings that come when things get off course. I just want to pause for a second because you guys, I'm sorry guys, you already know the story if you've watched like my very first episode, so I'm really like just getting into it. I forgot to cheers with you guys. I'm so rude. I'm going to invite you to sit down and talk to me, and we don't even cheers before we drink. So clink with me, clink, 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 clink. So going back, right? Back to the topic. So when you allow yourself to take a step back when something happens and see it for what it is, see that you have no control of anything that's happening in that moment except for yourself, your mind, your emotions, and how you react. Yes, I'm trying to think of like they all tie into each other, but yes. That's all you really have control of in that moment. So what you do is you use what you can control in that moment. You take advantage of what you can. You take advantage of what you can. Oh my god! You take advantage. Like my throat is like trying to glue itself together when I say that. Of what you can control in that moment. There we go, guys. I got it. Thanks. You take control of what you can. You take advantage of what you can control in that moment. I remember sitting in the car, and it's going to take practice. I just want to put that out there. But I was sitting in the car, and I just started practicing my breathing. Or can you guys just do that with me like real quick? Just real quick. I just want you to just get into and feel how good that feels when you inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose and you exhale through the mouth. When you do that was so peaceful, so calm. I was just like, I want to stay there. That's one of the things you can do, is what I wanted to say. But when you do that, it's like you're putting everything on pause around you. You're getting in tune with yourself. How you're feeling, maybe why you're feeling this way. Maybe talking to yourself and accepting that, things didn't go as planned. Whatever the case may be. But you're able to come back to center and just have a moment within of peace. And you get to determine, here's the key thing, you get to determine how you're going to go about what just happened. You're going to get to determine how the rest of your day is going to be, or night, or whatever. Or morning. You get to determine what you want out of it. How you're going to grow in this moment. How you're going to be different. Sorry if you guys hear the mic doing some weird stuff, be hitting and stuff. How you're going to be different. How you're going to apply what you learned from a previous situation, kind of similar to this one, or just any situation that didn't go your way, and how you previously reacted to it. How are you going to apply changes to this current situation? So when everything is going around, when everything is going crazy around you, and you take that moment to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and you just say, fuck it. Sorry, Mom. And you just say, fudge it. Yes, that's I did that fudge it for you, Mommy, in case you were watching. But if you're not my mom and you're watching, fuck it. Because you could there's always going to be something. There's always someone who's going to have something to say. There's always, I don't want to say always for the financial, but there's going to be moments when, money isn't, coming in the way you want, your business is not taking off, or it's slowing down, or whatever, or, you're having an event, people don't show up, or, what's it called? You're in a relationship and you experience disappointment or infidelity or whatever. I think that's a good amount. There's always going to be something or someone or a situation that's going to distract you, that's going to knock you off course, that's going to test you. Yeah, that's going to test you. And how you react to it is only on you. You may not be able to control what's coming to you, what's going on around you, what's happening to you. But what you can control in that moment or those situations or with that person is how you react. And when you get to a place when you learn that my reaction is my control. Ooh, that was a good one. My reaction is my control. You don't always have to wear your heart on your sleeve. You don't always, not everything even cause for a reaction. I want people to know that not having a reaction is a reaction, and it's a good reaction. Not everything and not everyone deserves a reaction out of you. Yes, we need to start reacting like we love ourselves, that we value our peace, and start handing over the power of our reactions to the situations and to the people. Our reactions, we have control in our reactions. We set the tone with our reaction, right? So if someone were to approach you and, they're calling you out your name, this, that, and the other, you have two options. You could go back and forth and it could lead into a fight or whatever. Or you could be like, okay, cool. All right. Have a nice day. God bless. Thank you for that. Didn't know it was that. Might think about it. You're really not going to. You're not. But you are able to step into a different growth and a different version of yourself when you choose how you're going to react, how you're going to protect your peace. That's part of it. When you choose how you react, and you're choosing to react with positivity and deep breathing, meditation, talking to God, taking a step back, finding the glass half full instead of half empty, you're slowly but surely growing. You're stepping into that better, higher energy, higher frequency self. You're walking in the path, and you're in alignment with what and who God created. Yes? So when you take a step back, and I remember when I was sitting in the car and I was doing that, and I came back, and sometimes when you do it, it's going to be hard to come back. Some days are going to be easier. Some days are going to be harder. Some days you're just going to have to throw in the towel and try again. We're humans. It's life. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If I could just sit here and tell you lies about that, every day is going to be a piece of pie, just do these things and you'll be fine. Sometimes it doesn't take that. Sometimes it takes you starting over the next day. Sometimes it takes some reflection at the end of the day, like, dang, I let that situation get the best of me. Okay, boom, though. I'm not going to sit in it. I'm going to reflect. I'm not going to sit. And then I'm going to move. And when I say my move, you're going to know what to do next time. Yes? So don't think that every moment is going to be easy. This is a constant practice. Like I talked about in another video, you're constantly changing and evolving and growing and shedding layers and stepping into new ones. Yes, so be kind to yourself in this process. When you have moments where you're stronger to react in a better way, and then you have not so good moments when you're like, yo, I'm ready to what it is or what's up. Because it's going to happen. And be real with yourself and let yourself know that it's going to happen. But, but get into that headspace of when you wake up and you're brushing your teeth, you're washing your face, you're doing whatever it is that you do. Whatever happens, happens. I'm in control of how I react. I'm in control of me, and what I want is peace today. What I want is happiness today. What I want is joy. What I want is to be carefree. Get into that headspace to determine what you want out of the day. Get into that headspace to determine how you're going to react to that situation. Get in the headspace of determining. Was I saying it wrong the whole time? Whatever. Whatever, guys. You know what I was talking about. Let me mixing up my words in there. But get into that headspace when you determine how you're going to move. And it is simple as that, but it's not simple as that, because like I just said, you're gonna have your moments. But when you start to understand that, when you start to really digest the fact that you are in control of your emotions and how you react and how you go with the flow and what's handed to you and maybe the test that God has for you, you'll start to feel a little lighter, because less things can bother you, right? When you have control of yourself, less things can bother you. And it's hard, I know. I'm working on it. I'm currently in the process working on it. But the fact that I got to a place today without, just lashing out or having an attitude, or me and Levins were still in a weird space, but just having an attitude or just being negative or just saying in my head, oh my God, I can't stand this. The kids won't stop crying, blah, 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 blah. I went in to center. I started showing gratitude for the things I have around me. I started to talk myself down and calm myself. I started to remind myself to just focus on my breathing. And slowly but surely, it felt like an ice just starting to melt. And I felt that sensation of calm and control. I'm working on being a control freak. For me, everything has to be cookie cutter perfect. Everything. But what I'm starting to notice and what is starting to kind of be comforting is knowing that things aren't always going to be perfect, and that's okay. It's okay for things not to be perfect. It's okay for what you plan to be a little bit different. It's okay for God to put his hands in on your dreams and desires and alter them a little bit differently. You don't know why X, Y, and Z happened, but maybe it happened to prevent you from something bad. You don't know why X, Y, and Z happened, but maybe it was in the cards to happen because greater is supposed to come. You never know. It's endless possibilities, and things could just happen just to happen. No real explanation, no deep meaning behind it. Things could just happen to literally just happen, and that's just life. Is it? But when you start to just go to center and tune in with yourself and take a step back and breathe, or remove yourself. I know that when I was in the car and me and Levins were going back and forth, not really back and forth. It was just so weird. It wasn't back and forth. Like I was like, okay, you know, I'm sorry, X, Y, and Z, and you know, I'm sharing how I feel. He shares how he feels, but it was still lingering weirdness around. Yeah. So, in that moment, if I could, I would remove myself. I would have gone to a different room or, you know, outside, got some fresh air or whatever. But I couldn't. I was in the car. So unfortunately, I had to like sit in it, which kind of didn't help because I was sitting in it and I was sitting next to him and I could just feel the just weird energy and my mind was going or whatever. And that's why I had to do the deep breathing. Plus, my son was like bugging out in the back seat. But sometimes removing yourself from a situation helps as well. You know, and it's okay to be like, I don't like what you said, I'm gonna remove myself, or this is too much going on right now, I need to step outside and get some fresh air, or what's it called, you know, I'm not vibing with the energy, I'm a bounce. Removing yourself is okay. Removing yourself is in control, is a reaction. You know, you control your reactions. That's a reaction. So don't ever feel, and it's how you go about it. You can't be like, blah, 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 and then storm off. I removed myself. I reacted well. No, you did not. You're lying. You lying to yourself. Oh, I just closed my thumb in the door because I was yelling at the dog to be quiet. Oh, go with the flow. You ever hit your pinky off or something and you instantly get upset, like instantly. There's no and it's about it. You just instantly get upset. You're just like, God damn it, what the hell? Oh, laugh through the pain. Okay. That deserves a sip of the wine. Please write in the comments what you guys are drinking. I want to know what you guys are drinking. Oh my God. Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, okay. Well, going with the flowing, clearly this topic was meant for me. But yes. So I don't remember what I was just saying. Oh yes, okay, yeah, I remember. So, removing yourself from a situation, because sometimes deep breathing is not enough. Sometimes calmly having a conversation with somebody is not enough. Sometimes, you know, counting down, if that's your thing, from 10 is not enough. Whatever your tool is to take you out of the moment, tune in with yourself and gain control of your emotions, it's just not enough. And all you can do is just walk away and get to a place where you're by yourself physically. Fresh air is always better too. I always feel like breathing in fresh air is always better. But if you can't get outside, just walking away and just taking a minute to just be like, yo. And sometimes you need to take a minute by yourself to say things how you really want to say it when no one's around. So when you do have a conversation with someone about something that offended you, you don't say the wrong things because you can't take things back. That's another thing too. Be careful how you react because you can't take things back. And there's so many things that I wish I could take back. Oh my gosh, I was such a goddamn birch. There's so many things I wish I could take back, but I can't do anything about that now. So what I'm trying to do now is make sure that I either be like, I need a minute, or if I read a text, let me not respond just yet, or if I need to walk away, I'll remove myself, because you can't take things back. So, removing yourself, just for any situations, not even if it's bumping heads with someone, for any situation, when anything that you had planned, or just stuff that's not going your way just creeps up and hits you and just knocks you off your feet happen. Sometimes just removing yourself from the area you're in, switching the energy from this room to that room, or just outside and breathing in that good Prada. Shout out to Ralph. He's pretty good. Evans put me on to him. Oh, my nose. But yeah, But yeah, so removing yourself is sometimes key. I'm so sorry, you guys, for this dog. I'm really trying, I'm doing my best trying to go with this flow, and this dog just won't shut the hell up. I just can't. I cannot. But it's real, it's raw, and it's raw. What do I always say to you guys? Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna keep it real. But yeah, what else I want to say? It also protects your peace. I'm going to do a whole video on protecting your peace, but this is definitely one of the tools to protect your peace, is knowing that you are in control of how you feel and how you react. So if you wake up and you're like, you know what, God, and you're journaling, grant me peace or work on peace. I know that's one thing that I like to ask God for, and ask God to continually help me with. Because some days are easier than others, to continue to help me with, is my peace, and sometimes God will test you with your peace to see if you really are practicing it, to see if you really want it, to see how you react in certain situations. And so a way to protect your peace is to remember that you're in control of your emotions and your mind, and doing things to settle your spirit. And yeah, you get to a place when you really just want peace, and you get to a place when you're just determined to have just that inner, lingering, long-lasting peace. And you don't want to give the power away by allowing people to bring you out of character, or give the power away by allowing people to disrupt your peace. You do tools to help you maintain it, and when a situation approaches, how to act on it, which would be, like I listed, controlling your emotions, knowing you're in control of your emotions. You can't control what's going around you, can't control what's going on around you, but you can control what's going on within you. Ooh, I like that. I'll say that again, because it's kind of a little choppy. You can't control what's going on around you, but you can control what's going on within you. Yes, I like that. So when you get to that place, you'll begin to have peace, and you'll begin to have effortless peace. Effortless. You'll begin to have effortless peace, which is so beautiful, because I feel like the key to manifesting, the key to growing and healing, the key to true happiness, the key to success, the key to financial freedom, the key to attracting positive people into your life, the key to a great relationship and friendship is peace. That's part happiness, inner happiness, and peace. I feel like parts to all that I said. And you'll get to a point excuse me, you'll get to a point when you can just do. It's just a part of you. It becomes a part of you. It just radiates off of you, that peace. And you master that peace by doing what I talked about, of knowing that you're in control of your emotions, and the deep breathing, and the meditating, speaking with God for a moment, removing yourself from the room or the situation or whatever the case may be. And we've all, I feel like, I hope it's all a goal for everybody to strive to have that true inner peace. And I hope it's a goal to have that true happiness too. I feel like that ties into happiness. You'll start gaining inner happiness, because things can affect you. And they're going to. Like I said, we're human. For me to say that nothing's going to affect you, that's lying. And I'm not in the business of lying to y'all. But that's where happiness comes in too. You'll start to be just become happy. It'll be easier to bounce back off of stuff if things, if you get a little knocked off course or whatever the case may be. You'll have that inner happiness within you, because you choose and you determine what you want to feel like, and the energy you want to give off, and the energy you choose to accept. Yes? And also knowing and believing that no matter what happens, God or the universe or whatever the case may be is going to have my back. And it's all going to work out for the greater good. Like I said earlier, you may not know why X, Y, and Z happened, and it could be for your greater good. So when you stop reacting so and just being like, okay, like, I'm not really that upset. Or, I need a minute. Take your minute, you come back. All right. So what's a different route we can go? Finding different routes and routes or whatever. Finding different paths to take to lead you to that destination that you're aiming for is a great tool, because you're not settling and accepting failure or defeat. You're standing back up on your feet after being knocked off, and you're like, yo, I am undefeated. I can't be beat. That happened, that's okay. What's the next step? Which way do I turn? Rerouting to get me to where I need to be. That happened, that sucks, yeah, but guess what? Water off the duck's back. We're going to keep it moving. And that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to be. But it also takes a lot practice. But if you keep showing up and applying yourself, and every day you're starting off with telling yourself what you want out of today, accepting anything that comes your way today for what it is, seeing it for what it is and letting it go, it'll become easier. You'll be able to see other paths easier to take to get you where you need to be. You'll be able to just jump right over the hurdles instead of putting one foot and putting another foot over. You know? And so, you know, the goal, I hope, and the goal at least for this channel is a few things, but, you know, a couple of them is, you know, true, pure inner happiness, and, you know, amongst loving yourself, confidence, and all that other stuff. But, you know, peace as well, inner peace as well. And, you know, I feel like this is such a great video. And it plays into all of that. And, you know, this is straight off the dome, guys. So if I go all around the miracle bush, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But as things come up in my head, I'm like, oh, I gotta say that. I want to say that. Someone might need that. That is good. That's helping me. Let me say it out loud. So I say it out loud, bounce off the wall, and come back. Yes. So that's why if it's a little, you know, your girl has your best intentions. Okay. I'm just a little like woo up there. But I hope that this video really helped you. I hope that you're going to, when things come your way, you will really remember this video and take that time to practice the things that I've talked about. I hope that you can share a comment and share an experience, whether you had this week or something crazy where you're really proud of how you reacted. I want you guys to reflect as well. It's good to reflect. Don't sit there, just reflect so you can move, so you can go. And so you can do better next time in other situations. And be kind to yourself in this process. It's not easy. Some days, like I said, are easier than others. But be kind and have patience with yourself on this process and on your journey. And when you do that, you'll see just how far you can go. You'll just see how far you can go. I'm really happy with how I reacted today. I was a little quiet, but I was able to, even though I was quiet, I was able to have peace within. And, you know, I might just have to start over tomorrow. And yeah, but I am happy that the old me would just be like, forget it, I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. My life just is blah, blah, blah. And just, you know, just so negative, just speaking negative back and pouring out negative, and it's coming right back to me. So I'm just staying stuck where I am. And I just decided to just go, and gain back my power over my emotions, and knowing that I have control or over how I'm going to feel in this moment. Yeah. So yeah, guys, so I feel like that just wraps up the video. It's a little shorter video today, or maybe not. I'll see once I'm done editing. I did feel like it was a little shorter, but it's okay. Sometimes it don't matter the length. Okay. That's what she said. But no, on a serious note, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, let's take another sip together while I have you guys here, and for just a great video as well. That was a big sip. Oh man. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. I'm always messing with my hair. My hair is a hot picking mess. That's another thing too, guys. My hair is just fuzzy and messy, but you know what? I don't know, because I kind of like the fuzziness on dreads, but it's just when I get like super crazy up there, that's what I'm like. For me personally, I cannot get down with it. Like, I have my hair has to be laid and slayed all the time. But I was like, fuck it. Go with the flow. They're here for what you have to say and not for how you look. Even though I am a cute guy. But they're here for what you have to say and not for how you They're here for what you have to say and not for how you look. But let me end this out, because you guys are like, girl, you dragging it. I know. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you letting me lead you as I'm learning and being led and leading myself. And I just hope that you apply what we talked about today, what I spoke to you guys about today. Make sure you tune in for all my videos. Get caught up on my old videos. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification button. I'll see you guys in the next episode.